Leaderboards, this is kind of cool how they edited this. So player points, I'll get that in a minute, and battle points. And you can sort these via, say, your character. So if I looked at El Fuerte, at the battle points, these are the top El Fuerte players. And actually, I played that guy last night. I was actually excited to see he's already at B rank, and he's ranked 3. So, good going to Shotgun Shovel. Anyone else that we know on here? Oh, Rayart. He's one who makes all the 8-bit figs. That's kind of cool. So you can see, and oh no, let's go back. Yeah, you can do by country. I don't know why you would. Friends, my rank. So let's see where I rank. I am the 83rd best Fuerte according to the battle points, which I probably won't stay there for very long. I will say when the game first came out in the first 2 days, when I checked, I was 8th. I was 8th in the U.S. Didn't stay. Actually, let's see where I am in North America specifically. Where am I in North America? I'm 33rd in North America. Okay, I can live with that. Now we'll get to ranked matches. Here is where I think Capcom kind of dropped the ball. And we're going to talk about it on the leaderboards because it has to do with the difference between battle points and player points. Battle points accumulate onto your character. They're pretty much the exact same as championship mode points, but they're very character specific. So if I get 63 battle points while I'm playing Fuerte, Ryu still has no battle points because I haven't used Ryu. So if I jumped on Ryu, he would have 0. And it displays the battle points when you enter a match with someone, not the player points at first. After the match, you get to see their player points. No, actually, you get to see... Well, whatever. And the battle points, I like the idea of the battle points. I really do. I enjoy the battle points. It was a great idea. It kind of, is that goal to strive for. In a game, to keep people interested, you need to give them a focus. And some people was just being really good. It was trying to be the best, player, whatnot. This gives people a focus. If someone... And a lot of people are very, very emotional about their character, their main, because that is their character. Like, I'm that way with Forte. I know people are like that with Ryu, with Ken, with Rufus. But they're very tied to that character. So having this here where you can compete to be, one of the best with that character, that's huge. And this was a fantastic idea. Now we get to the player points. Here's the problem with player points. Player points are supposed to be about you, the player, specifically. When you win, you gain some. When you lose some. The problems persist in this manner. First off, there's no set amount. I've played in a day where I've won 8 matches, lost 3, and I'll be down more player points than I gained. Some matches I might gain only 13 player points, and then I'll lose 93 in the next match. I'm not sure if it's the ABC offensive defensive rating they give you at the end of the match. I'm not sure if it's compared to their player points or their battle points. I don't know if they got a perfect or they altered you or you altered them. There's no real algorithm that I've found that explains how you gain, how you lose so many amounts of battle points. It seems almost random at times. And if I play Fuerte a lot of the time and I, lose 2 matches and then win 4 matches, unfortunately my player points are pretty much going to stabilize at the same amount, at somewhere maybe around like right now it's averaging about 1600. I go up and down and fluctuates. It depends on who I play and who I lose to, and whatever Capcom decides I deserve to be given or taken away. Let's take this for an example. Say I play my main, let's say I play Forte until I get to about 3,000 battle points. I farm 3,000 battle points. I'm feeling good about Forte. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Alright, cool. Then I look at the achievements. Let's look at some of the achievements, huh? Let's look at the achievements, because, some people actually want to do the achievements. So let's look at them. Looking through achievements. La la la, la la la. Do. Speed Freak, Rival Schooled, Absolute Perfection. La la la. Oh, what's this one? From C to Shining C. You think you're good, don't you? Prove it by ranking all characters to C rank. Okay, well, how do I do that? Well, you gain 1,000 battle points for each character. It'll take a while, but it's doable. Here's the problem. Everyone's not good with every character. So if you actually go for that achievement, by the time you get there, you might be down to, say, 500 player points. If I want to just kind of work on my, let's say I want to work on Hakan and get Hakan to a serious point. Well, where would I play serious players? On ranked. Alright, so I'll practice with Hakan. Well, you really can't unless you want to lose all your player points. Player points are probably the most meaningless number right now in the game. Unless you just sit there on your main and that's all you play, the player points are meaningless. Like, I've already played a couple matches with Hakan on ranked because I want to play Hakan. I want to, learn him. I want to learn how to use him. That's the key term here, is how to use him so he's effective. And I need to play serious opponents to do that. I'm not going to go into a player's match, into casuals or endless or team to do that. No, I'm going to go into ranked. Why? Because they're quick matches. They happen. People are serious in them. They play... Well, they play to win. We won't say they all play well. They play to win. So, after I play for a while with Hakan and say I start getting good with them, say I get to 300 battle points, and I look at my player points are down to 300. I lost all the player points I gained on my main. So what's that going to do? I'm going to get pissed off. So I'm going to go back to my main and just start farming those points back up with my main. For what the battle points do right, the player points kind of undo that right. Players aren't going to want to go off on their secondaries as often. They aren't going to want to learn new characters as often because they're just going to keep losing player points. And when they see a minus of, say, 80 or 90 points at one point, they're going to get angry. They're going to get fumed. They're like, no, I'm not that bad. They're going to jump back on their main, and they're going to try and farm those points back up. And that's going to be the cycle until they just don't care to pick up their secondary and play them seriously. Everyone's only going to have a main. People aren't going to diversify. They're not going to try the other characters. They're not going to really experience the other characters. And therefore, they lose out on a lot of the game that they just are not going to be participating in. They're not going to want to experience. The community's going to get a little stale. And it's going to kind of revert back to before championship mode. Because championship mode did a lot of things right. As much as people complained that it was a point farm, it still did a lot of things right that ranked was doing wrong. But the player points are kind of reverting back to that old sort of tired agenda and kind of undoing all that positivity. So, player points, they're meaningless. I say ignore them. Really, I'm serious. Ignore player points. They really do not serve any purpose. If you see someone with, say, 300 battle points and 200 player points, that either means they're brand new to the game, or they're trying to get better with a third character. That doesn't really show anything about that player. At all. There's a big leap between scrub and someone learning a new character who, say, maybe has already learned 4. And they could destroy you with those other 4. But this one, he's still learning. I really can't say I enjoy that aspect of the game. So, as far as ranked, I'll say I'm neutral because player points are crap. Battle points were a great addition. Endless of Team are fantastic casual styles. Most people are going to end up sticking to Endless, because that's how it is. Replay channel was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be. The leaderboards, well done. Arcade mode is arcade, versus challenge, training, player options, yeah.